Welcome back. We are here in Springfield. We are live at Riverside Park as the Springfield Tigers get set to welcome in Gibbon for tonight's huge game. We have tonight's starting pitcher for the Tigers joining us right here on the set. His name is Brandon Wilhelmi. And I said, normally starting pitchers, Brandon, don't want to talk to us before a game, but you are calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, it's been a long day, so now it's kind of winding down a little bit. I'm excited for tonight's game. I'm one of the veterans on the team, so yeah, tonight I get the ball, and I'm excited for it.
I know that you were raised here. You went to Springfield High School, so it seems like everybody here knows who you are as well. What is it like to be part of a community like this where you play high school ball, you went away to college, Southwest Minnesota-St, but then now you're back here playing for this team. What does it mean to play for the Tigers?
Yeah, get chills just you talking about that, you know, and just coming back to Springfield. My wife and I, we always knew we were living in Marshall. I was teaching in Cottonwood. Love the Cottonwood School District, great school, but we always kind of knew that we wanted to be back home, closer to family. And Marshall's not very far away, but we just knew what Springfield had to offer.
Yeah.
And when a teaching job came open, we didn't think twice about it, you know, and it was the right fit. And so coming back, you know, a lot of my friends from high school are still around, meeting new people that have moved into community, and just trying to make a positive impact on our community, which it did for us when we were young. So it's been great. Love teaching in Springfield Public Schools. I taught first grade for 8 years, and now I'm teaching fifth grade, and just loving it, coaching football and baseball. And, yeah, just trying to make a positive influence.
That's what I was going to say. Many people would guess that you would be a baseball coach, but I had heard that you also coach football. How is that kind of hybrid for you?
I love it. You know, when it's football season, it's football season.
Yeah.
You know, when it's baseball season, it's baseball season. But being a coach in a small town, you're always kind of thinking about everything, you know, and you don't really put anything down, which probably isn't always fair to my family, but they're amazing. And yeah, they're supportive, and it's great.
When you look around, I was just talking to Bob Sturm earlier, and we were talking about how Ted Williams hit that light stanchion, and 470 feet is like a gentle cab ride because it's so far out there. What does it mean to you to have the history of this ballpark? And it's seen its changes. There was the flood, and they had to kind of clear things out and rebuild parts of it. So there's the old and the new here. What does it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, you look at our grandstand, you know, this grandstand is amazing. It's been here forever, right? And, you know, then we just did some work in the plaza area and the dugouts and all the little things, and then just look at the field behind us. It's a community effort. It's not just one person. Everyone comes down, they pitch in, they help out, especially after a flood. And you maybe saw last year's pictures of what it looked like at this time last year. Just a devastating flood again, but you look back to now, and it's green, and it's beautiful, and kids are out there enjoying it. You know, earlier we had second, third graders out there enjoying the field, and you look at the crowd, and they're enjoying it, and that's a sense of pride. You know, that's why you come down here, and I spent a lot of time down here and on my own time, and just trying to keep it looking great for future generations as well.
And also the sense of pride is the quality of baseball and the baseball players that come up from this area. Now, Jordan was drafted, he played in the minors. You've played for other teams right around here, and you learn so much when it's not just high school. When you take it up those levels of baseball, you learn so much about yourself, but also how Springfield really figures into the baseball landscape here. How is that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a history of baseball, which you talked about earlier, just with this ballpark.
Yeah.
We've had many good teams. You know, between amateur ball, Legion ball, and high school ball, we compete at the top almost every year. You know, and kids understand those expectations, and they want to play for those expectations. And that's our goal every year. You know, our goal in high school is to be in the section championship game every year, you know, and some years it happens, some years it doesn't, but that's our expectation, and that's how we run practices. That's what the kids want, and it's amazing, you know. And we have a lot of people that just volunteer and help out on our coaching staff.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes time for town ball, as a high school coach, I get to now play with some of those kids I coached, which I absolutely love.
That's
I love
cool.
playing with them. They see a different side of me, right? I'm competitive. As a coach, a little bit different as a player.
Yeah.
You know, and you talk about going to different communities. I learned a lot about competitiveness going to different communities and how other players, just especially me as a young player, carry themselves And one of my highlights is I remember playing at Marshall, and they always had a line of kids next to the dugout with their fists out.
Yeah.
And they always wanted fist bumps or high fives, and it was just amazing. And so that kind of changed me as a player as well.
Well, tonight's going to be a great game. You're going to change your complexion, and you're going to get your game face on and get on the mound. And thank you so much, because we love being here, and we're looking forward to seeing you pitch lights out tonight.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate you guys being here.
Thanks for joining us.